I'm like, yo, trust me, nigga. Unless I had the video of somebody shooting Meg, I'm not sending these tweets out. Not in a motherfucking million. Nigga, no way I'm tweeting this. You know what this screams? By the way, hopefully the jury never saw it. But this is one of the biggest cases in the last 2 years. You know what this screams? Even if you're innocent, this screams, I'm arrogant, I'm pompous, I'm confident, I'm moving a little smug. And I know you might say, well, no, he's saying he's wrong. It's all about how you're perceived. I'm going to leave this right here. Watch how it ages. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. You sit and watch now. Never question my God that I serve again. This is my last tweet. You tweeting out memes like this, I think Tory knew the play was going to get ran. Tory was in the huddle. Like, oh, where? I bet. Didn't I tell y'all when Kelsey took the stand? I said, something ain't right. If Kelsey's going to take the stand, she's going to plead the fifth. She played the fifth and flipped on them motherfuckers. That's what I'm thinking. This is just only a guess. So now we get Kelsey out the way. So Kelsey is now, remember, Tory is a pawn on the chessboard. We have Rock Nation versus Jay Prince in them. Okay? Meg and Tory are just subsequent, figures in this situation, right? But everything you start to see starts to align accordingly. How could they get to Kelsey if Tory ain't do it? I'm saying maybe Jay Prince and them. Maybe. I think that's interesting. Anyway. Again, this is why I say I feel there was a couple of plays. Tory, I think he always had that driver in his back pocket. Remember, the prosecutors, like, how the fuck they hid that? Yo, they hid that nigga better than Osama bin Laden, bro. The DA said they couldn't find the nigga for 2 years. And he just show up ready to testify the day of Tory. Come on now, people. Come on now, people. I'm just saying they both was making a play. Here's the thing also. You know why Tory in jail? Tory in jail for pretty much the same reason why Kelsey was up there stuttering, and the same reason why Tory didn't put the bodyguard on the stand. The only person in Tory's case that said they seen Tory pull a trigger, who was that? Sean Kelly. Who's Sean Kelly? Sean Kelly was Tory's own witness. Remember I kept saying Cheddar Bob? I kept saying Cheddar Bob. Why would your witness be the only person who said they physically saw you? Even though Meg said she saw you hold the gun, she never said she saw you pull the trigger. Your witness testifies that you had the gun firing. Granted, they did say they seen the girl shoot before, but the testimony was so convoluted, it probably didn't help you as much, because the only thing you could take from that testimony that could help Tory is, well, Megan and Kelsey were fighting. Right? But if that's his only contribution, is to give motive to why Kelsey might have shot Meg, why is he now implicating you in firing the gun? So, he gave you a win and he gave you a big loss. Guess what we find out? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I seen somebody tweet about it. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Apparently, Sean Kelly met with the DA the day before. You know what probably happened? They scared the crap out of that nigga. If you get up on the stand, brother, you get up on the stand and you lie for Tory Lanez, nigga, we sending your bitch ass back to Sri Lanka, nigga. Oh, somebody said Tory Dad said it. Also, I'm gonna tell you why it's dangerous that Tory Dad said it too. If he's a witness, you can't control what the witness does. If you're telling the witness not to meet with the DA, that is witness tampering. Be very clear. That is witness, which, by the way, I think Tory's sentence is going to be interesting because they might bring up certain cases that they're going to try to make to the sentencing judge to say, hey, this case was a little bit unusual. We believe that the defendant was fucking with witnesses, threatening, intimidating, tampering, bribery. Again, granted, these are very serious allegations, which could be charges in themselves. So maybe like the judge say, oh, no, I don't want to hear that. But I think that the DA is going to probably use these things to try to get Tory a longer sentence. Anyway, Tory father. Was it this?
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Ta.
What does that sound like to y'all? Keep in mind, you've prepped your witness mad times. I gotta imagine Tory has prepped Sean Kelly, not Tory himself, but his lawyer, mad times. Yo, if they ask you this, you should answer like this. Like, come on, make sure you say this. Be like, okay, like, we ain't trying to change what you're trying to say, but we're trying to make sure you say it correctly that people can't misinterpret it. Type of shit, you know what I mean? That's how you prep your witness. The dude comes in court. The DA says, yo, let me holler at you for a second, son. Come here. They probably told that nigga, if you don't want us to send your bitch ass back to Belarus, nigga, you forget whatever the fuck Tory and his team done told you to say, and you tell this story. That's that Rock Nation play. I don't think the DA win this without Rock Nation, allegedly. You think if Tory testified, the verdict wouldn't have been guilty? Nah. I think if he testified, it would have been the same. If he testified, it would have been the same. Because think about this. Who are they going to believe? Even if Tory said, I seen Kelsey do it, I stopped her from shooting, right? Their whole defense was hinting towards that. Let's say Tory says it verbatim. What we're not understanding, this is what I'm telling you, this is more of an indictment against the place he got convicted in more than the circumstances he got convicted from. This is California. Super woke. Kids is picking their gender at 3 and 4. You know what I mean? This is believe all women. Extra woke. This is why Elon Musk bought Twitter. And pretty much say, yo, man, I'm going to have to get the fuck on out of, you know what I mean? I got to take any of the tech companies. We got to get the fuck out of San Francisco. It's super woke, bro. It's California. So Tory, no matter what he said, was not going to be more believable than Meg. Meg with 1/100th of a memory versus Tory who said, oh, no, I remember everything. And you know Tory can sauce it up. Like, Tory's talking. He ain't doing that. He ain't saying, I forgot. Bruh, they gonna remember Meg's face and her, like, fucking holding a napkin to her eyes, even though no tears coming out allegedly. And they're just gonna fucking say, yo, we believe her, bro. Believe black women. Fuck out of here, nigga. Then once the prosecutors get into him socking out like 5 niggas in the last, like, 3 years, Did you sock out August Alsina? Yup. Did you sock out some nigga from Love and Hip Hop? Yup. Somebody says, I'm a woman and I don't believe women. Yeah, but in California, trust me, man. I don't know if y'all seen this. This should show you all you need to know. The jury, they were going around, there was quote unquote polling the jury. And let me see. Here we go. Let me show you. By the way, she's trying to talk to some jurors. By the way, also, I ain't gonna lie. Tory showing up in the Pink Panther suit, man. I'm telling you, all of these things may have been hinting towards a jury. Tory falling asleep in court. My man over here catching some good Z's. Tory wearing a Pink Panther suit. They might have been just taken into, like, the jury might have been taken in like, yo, this nigga, like, he look like a nigga that would do it. He look a little bit too confident in this bitch. He giving out free piggyback rides outside. I don't know. You see, we can't really tell. Anyway, let me see if I could, here we go. Where is the thing? Y'all could probably find it before me. Apparently, when they're polling the jury, and they were like, yo, they asked the juror, they were asking every juror, like, basically, hey, listen, is the decision here today in agreement with what you personally think? There's some white dude that says, I think it was a white dude, or it might have been a black dude. He shouted, he said, fuck yes. And not fuck yes, but like mad loud. He was like mad loud and trying to say yes. It was a nigga who was most confident that Tory did it than the girls. This woke culture, bro. It's woke culture. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, if I had the link, send it to me. It was a dude. He answered mad confidently. Yeah, you're right. Gaming with Valentina. You're right. It's a black dude in the 60s. A black dude in the 60s was the most confident. Let me see. Find me that tweet if you can. Yeah, find me that tweet if you can. I don't know if I could find it. So all I'm trying to tell you, this case happened in a very woke place. The DA puts, hey, listen, this is what the DA put. Oh, I don't know if it was. Well, they made a statement basically saying, yo, we have more work to do because if it's this hard to get justice for Meg, we got more work to do to protect black women. If they're throwing out them type of phrases, bro, you fucked. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean? Such is the case. Such is the case. If y'all tell me where it is, I'll kind of put it up. Oh, boy. Yeah, California. Somebody said, well, maybe don't shoot someone. The person who would say that, like, so, the person who would say that, right? I would love to ask that person, do you believe, like, do you, number one, either just believe all victims, or number two, do you just believe the verdict in every case? I'm cool with either or, but stay consistent. If you're saying you believe every victim, cool, I get it. But now stay consistent when it's the victim you kind of don't want to believe. Believe that victim too. Usually people pick and choose when they start saying that type of shit. Maybe you shouldn't have shot her, right? Or even when people usually say to believe black women stuff. Okay, believe black women until when? Till it's somebody you really like and you're like, nah, that's a lying ass chick. We pick and choose. The same thing with Gunna. Fuck all snitches till it's a snitch we like. That's what happens. Same with, okay, for the person who said that, right? Yo, well, maybe just don't shoot women, right? Like, clearly, nobody would argue against that. But let's also think about this. So you're saying that you have come to the conclusion that he shot her based on the conviction, which, by the way, that's what the conviction says. That is what the conviction says. Okay, cool. So now, I don't want to hear y'all niggas when Bill Cosby beat his cases and R. Kelly beat his cases and George Zimmerman beat his case. I don't want y'all keep running around talking about, oh no, he still did it. He did it though. Nah, George Zimmerman should have. No. Believe all the verdicts. Let's just stay with all. See, you can't pick and choose here. If you want to be down with every verdict, I'm cool with that. But you can't pick and choose. Right? Because there are a lot of people who says, well, fuck what Tory was saying. Fuck the reasonable doubt. Fuck that the case seemingly was a little bit weird. We're going with the verdict, which you have complete, it's in your power to do it. But you got to go it all around. Stop harassing OJ. You heard the fucking case, he ain't do it. The same people who say that believes that R. Kelly was guilty. Remember when R. Kelly had that case with, like, I think the video of the underage, him having sex with some underage girl? He beat that case, but the same people who would say this, they believe that he was guilty. And they're not saying he's innocent. They're going to say he's guilty because it's all about pick and choosing. That's what I'm trying to say. Just stick to one. People have a hard time not moving the goalposts, hard time not, like, being hypocritical. And I get it because we're humans and we all are hypocritical. But you have to admit your biases before, right? Like, you might be saying that because, man, I never liked Tory, right? That might be your opinion. I never liked Tory. Or, damn, you know what? Man, I always liked Meg all through this, and I just believe Meg, right? When I'm speaking about this case, I've always said, even including now, I don't know exactly what happened. I have a few theories, right? The verdict didn't go along with my theories. Didn't matter. I did believe that in the case, there was reasonable doubt. And again, I'm just going off like, listen, do y'all watch SVU? Do y'all watch Law and Order? Y'all watch any court programming? One of the things in watching like these things get litigated is like, yo, sometimes sometimes a nigga guilty. But the case weak. Damn, you got this nigga, the person who's supposed to send him to jail, been lying left and right. The person who arrested him did the same crime. The nigga beat the case. Again, are you going for the verdict? And that's why I always said, in this case, if you're coming into it to look for the truth, you might not find that. That's why I'm going off just casework. You know what I mean? Do I think Tory shot her? I don't know. To this day, I really don't know. If you ask me what's my theory, I think that Kelsey was trying to shoot her. And Tory grabbed the gun, blah, blah, blah. Would I definitively say that's what happened? No. After watching the whole trial and even hearing the guilty verdict, do I believe the narrative is Tory just hopped up and shot her? No. But do I believe that, hey, listen, for whatever reason, those 12 people felt like he was guilty? Yes. It is what it is. All right, let's keep moving on to some better and other things, man. We can't keep talking about this Tory Lanez shit. This shit was draining. What else been going on that I missed? Let me see what's going on over at YouTube, man. My people at. Let me see. YouTube, what's cracking with y'all, though? Oh, by the way, let me connect that last dot for y'all. When I was saying there's a play, Rock Nation, and then Jay Prince. Kelsey had a lawyer. I'm not going to do this, but do some digging into that lawyer and who that lawyer may have aligned with. Just do some digging. Similarly, Rock Nation called a play. So there's no innocent side. I'm not picking sides at all. Rock Nation called a play. The mere fact that when Meg was on the stand, apparently there was allegedly notes being passed from Rock Nation's fucking like lawyers to the DA. It's like they double team Tory. Tory's lawyers and Tory is going against Meg's lawyers and the prosecutors. It's not supposed to be like that. All right. Okay. What else going on in this bitch? Kodak called out Meg.